Hello and a very welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV Midday News live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Fauziya Lukman. The Northeast Development Commission (NEDC) has presented life-saving equipment and drugs to the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital (UMTH) and some selected hospitals. The items were presented to the hospitals by Borno State Coordinator of the NEDC, Engineer Mohammed Umar in Maiduguri. The equipment include automated nucleic acid extracting instrument, laboratory incubator, biosafety cabinets, autoclave oxygen cylinder, ventilator and mobile thermometer. Receiving the items, the Chief Medical Director UMTH, Professor Ahmed Ahijo, represented by his aide Dahiru Mamman, had said the intervention was timely, going by the overwhelming number of patients patronizing the hospital. On his part, the State Director, Disease Control and Immunization, Dr. Ali Shatima, said the drug support is just one out of the multiple interventions they have benefited from the Commission. He assured the drugs will be utilized appropriately to meet up the target of the Commission. The Armed Forces of Nigeria have condemned the act of citizens taking up arms, saying it's unacceptable and it's against the constituted government. Director Defense Media Operations Major General Edward Buda made this known at a strategic meeting with journalists in Abuja, saying anyone or group that contravenes the provision of Constitution is inviting severe military action and would be dealt with decisively. Kikelomo Okiri has more details.
Abreast with the activities of the troops in the theaters of operations in the last 2 weeks, the Director of Defense Media Operations urged the civil populace and civil society to galvanize support in a whole-of-society approach to facilitate a total defeat of terrorists in the country, adding that the military is working decisively to kill the terrorists, dismantle their networks, and create conditions whereby they cannot carry out acts of terror or harm the citizens.
Accordingly, it is unacceptable for any person or groups to take up arms against the country. And anyone or group that takes up arms against the country, be sure that you are inviting military action, and we will decisively take actions to deal with you. The one that happened in Ibadan, are very fortunate that we did not get to the scene as the first responders. Wearing uniform and carrying arms, you're a dead man. And now I'm speaking from the military point of view on these matters.
In the week under review, the director reels out that troops neutralized 192 terrorists and arrested 341 persons while rescuing 62 kidnapped hostages.
3 PKT guns, 15 fabricated guns, over 900 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, among others.
Troops in the Niger Delta area discovered and destroyed 99 dugout pits, 36 storage tanks, and 192 cooking ovens. During the process, the troops recovered 349,970 liters of stolen crude oil and 112,135 liters of illegal refined automotive gas oil.
The troops destroyed illegal refining sites. Troops arrested illegal bunkers in Ugu and Ethiopia West local government area of Delta State. Thereafter, troops conducted raid operations to southern Ijaw and Akinima local government areas of Bayelsa and Rivers States. Overall, the troops of Operation Delta Sea recovered over 790,000 liters.
The Military High Command says it will continue to fight and defeat the enemies so as to create a safer environment for citizens. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
The Federal High Court in Abuja dismissed money laundering charges filed against the former Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice under former President Goodluck Jonathan administration, Bello Adegoke. Adegoke was accused of alleged fraud in controversial oil prospecting license, OPL, widely known as Malibu Oil Deal. The judge Ihang Eko upheld the no-key submission application filed by Adegoke after the prosecution. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, concluded its case, and it was the turn of the defendants to present theirs. The judge, in his ruling on Friday, said the EFCC failed to provide any substantial evidence linking Adegoke to the alleged offense and went ahead to discharge and acquit Adegoke of alleged offenses. But the judge dismissed Adegoke's co-defendant's no-case submission, ordering Abubakar to enter his defense in trial. The ruling tallies with judgment of the Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court in Jabi, Abuja, 3 weeks ago when he freed of complicity against alleged fraud. The Nigerian Customs Service Kebbi State Area Command has intercepted goods including 212.50 kg bag of foreign parboiled rice worth over 126 million naira. The goods, according to the Custom Area Controller General, Iheanacho Ojike, included 10,025 liters of petrol worth over 2 million naira, and also 25 bags weighing 25 kg each, 200 bales of second-hand clothing jumbo size, and 50 bales of normal size, while 25,000 liters of premium motor spirit. The combined deputy paid value of the seized items at 126,278,958 naira 60 kobo. The PMV's value is not included in the DPVs because it is given in our revenue generation section as a receipt of auto sales. This remarkable achievement was as a result of resilience and courageous effort of Operation Term's Intelligent Unit Joint Border Patrol Team and collaboration with sister agencies. Amidst discussion on national security strategies and welfare initiatives, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, emphasized that the Nigerian Army would stop at nothing to neutralize the activities of terrorists. At the closing ceremony of the Chief of Army Staff First Quarter Conference 2024, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja issued a stern warning to criminal elements across Nigeria. Kikelama Okiri has more details.
The First Quarter Conference provides the top brass of the Nigerian Army an opportunity to brainstorm and appraise the Nigerian Army's activities so far this year. With an unwavering determination to combat crime, Lieutenant General Lagbaja underscores the Army's readiness to confront any threat to national security head-on. The Chief of Army Staff's warning served as a reminder of the Army's commitment to protecting the nation and its citizens from all forms of criminality.
Is the case with our quarterly conferences. This First Quarter Conference has provided the top brass of the Nigerian Army an opportunity to brainstorm and appraise the Nigerian Army's activities so far this year. It equally enabled us to confirm the level of implementation of decisions taken during the annual conference held in Maiduguri in December last year, and I'm happy to report that our findings have been largely satisfactory. I'm particularly happy that the conference organizers have sustained participation. They have carefully selected middle cadre officers and the leadership of our senior non-commissioned officers. As expected, these past 3 days have afforded us quality time to again review our training, operational and administrative activities that directly relate to security issues crucial to our nation and external environment.
The Army Chief reiterated the Army's commitment to work collaboratively with sister service and security agencies to ensure the security of all Nigerians. He further acknowledged the invaluable support of law-abiding citizens and urged them to continue to support the Army in its efforts to create a safe environment conducive to good governance and economic prosperity.
I'm not in doubt that the Nigerian Army is blessed with competent and committed personnel at all levels to ensure a substantial level of success that can help create the enabling environment necessary for good governance and economic prosperity.
As the conference came to a close, the Army boss message echoes a call to action, urging all stakeholders to unite in the fight against crime for a safer and more prosperous Nigeria. The high point of the event was the presentation of commendation plaques to 7 commanders so as to encourage them in their respective duties. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The Primary Election Committee has set up and oversees Saturday's shadow election of the All Progressive Congress APC in Ondo State, has assured that the committee will ensure free, fair and credible elections. The Secretary General of the committee, Senator Ovie Omoagege, who disclosed this while speaking with journalists in Akure, the state capital, says the committee has no predetermined motive but to ensure the credibility of the primary. The former Deputy Senate President says the accreditation of the eligible 172,025 members of the party will commence between 10 to 11 a.m., while voting will start immediately and ends by 2 p.m. A former Federal High Court in Abuja discharged and acquitted former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Mohammed Adegoke SAN of money laundering charges brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. The immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, failed in his bid to squash the 4 billion naira theft charges filed against him by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. Justice Inyang Eko of the Federal High Court in Abuja dismissed the preliminary object filed by Obiano to challenge the powers of the EFCC to try him. The judge, however, granted Obiano's prayer for the release of his passport to enable him embark on a medical trip. Justice Eko, while adjourning till June 27 for the commencement of the trial, said Obiano must return his passport to the court on his return from the medical trip. The National Executive Committee (NEC) of the People Democratic Party have asked Umar Damagum to continue to act national chairman of the party, pending the election of the new chairman in August. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, said this when he briefed journalists shortly after the 98th NEC meeting of the party in Abuja. Mohammed added that the successful conduct of the party's NEC meeting was an indication that there was no decision or rancor within the leadership. Officials of the Lagos State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources seized sterile food parks across markets in different local government areas of the state. The State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokumbo Wahab, disclosed this in the photos and videos shared on his X handles. Wahab further stated that all seized items will be burnt, but he added that all seized items will be evacuated in the marine TLLs of Bolade, Oshodi for reincineration. In January, the Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Environment and Water Resources, announced the ban of the use of distribution of styrofoam and other single-use plastics across the state. You're watching the Midday News coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the Midday News returns, 7.3 trillion naira remitted to federal government account in 6 months. This and other stories coming right after this break. Do stay with us. Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of the midday news. Thank you for staying with us. Moving on to the foreign scene, Australia told its citizens to leave Israel if possible, citing a high threat of military reprisal and terrorist attacks, issuing a similar warning for the Palestinian terrorists. The Australian government has previously told citizens to avoid travel to both areas if possible, and if it's concerned, to leave. This more urgent warning came as Israel and Iran traded direct aerial barrages, dramatically escalating animosity after years of indirect and covert clashes. The warning from the Australian government came as fear gripped the Middle East following explosions in Iran, Syria, and Iraq on Friday, which affected all oil prices. Oil prices surged more than 3% in early Asian trade following unconfirmed reports from explosions in Iran, Syria, and Iraq, sparked fearing on an escalation of the Middle crisis is. West Texas Intermediate jumped 3.66% to $8 to $5.76, and Brent rose from 3.44% to $90.11. The reports came after a missile attack on Israel by Iran last weekend that Israel Army Chief General Herzi Halevi warned would be met with a response. According to oil reporters, oil prices rallies and equities fall as explosion had been in Iran and Syria, following fears of an escalating of Middle East crisis after last weekend missile attack on Israel by Tehran. The United States have vetoed a Palestinian request to the United Nations Security Council for full UN membership, blocking the world body's recognition of the Palestinian state. The vote in the 15-member Security Council was 12 in favor. The US opposed and 2 abstentions, the United Kingdom and Switzerland. Associated Press reporters this is the second Palestinian attempt to become a full member of the United Nations, and it comes as war in Gaza, now in the 7th month, keeps region. Palestinians currently have non-member observer status granted by the UN General Assembly in 2012. An application to become a full member with voting rights will have been approved by the Security Council and 2/3 of the General Assembly. And in business, the Naira on Friday experienced a slight fall at the official market, trading at 1,169.99 Naira to the dollar. Data from the official trading platform of the FMDQ exchange, a platform that oversees the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market (NAFEM), revealed that the Naira dropped by 1.38% as against the 1,154 Naira 8 kobo traded per dollar on April 18th. The local currency, on the other hand, depreciated by 17.14% to 1,230 Naira per dollar from the 1,050 Naira per dollar on April 17th. The Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo led by the test run of the newly installed electronic gates, e-gates, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, affirming that the project was almost completed. Tunji-Ojo announced plans to deploy the e-gates for a full operation by the following week. The minister emphasized that the e-gates is aimed at streamlining passengers' movement, eliminating human interfaces and bureaucratic hurdles. Tunji-Ojo highlighted rigorous testing of airport infrastructures and command centers, ensuring fake and expired passports are re-elected while genuine ones are processed seamlessly. He underscored the e-gate's role in bolstering airport security and prevented unwanted individuals from entering Nigeria. The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission has disclosed that a total sum of 7.3 trillion naira accrued into the Federation account between July and December 2023, indicating an increased revenue inflow. It says the amount shared by the Federation Account Allocation Committee was remitted to the Central Bank of Nigeria under the caption CBN Federation Account Component Statement. In a press statement signed by the RMAFC chairman Mohammed Bello Shehu in Abuja, the Commission reported that the amount is higher than the 5.24 trillion naira realized during the first half of the year 2023. According to Shehu, out of all total gross revenue inflows into the Federation account, The sum of 1.69 trillion naira was transferred to the exchange gain differential account, thus leaving a balance of $5.457 billion for distribution. The statement added that within the period under review, the net sum of 4 trillion naira was shared within the three tiers of the government. And that's it on Midday News, where it came to you live from the nation's capital. I am Fauziya Lukman, thanking you so very much for watching. See you again.